This part always, hey, white Tesla. This part always has this extreme amount of wind. How much wind? Glad I asked. Here's some ivy, and let's throw it up. And there, see it? Wait, see the ivy? How it all kind of went over there really fast, and things are blowing too. But it's so hard because this is like the beginning of my run, and I gotta run into the wind, uphill in the snow, both ways. It's so fun. Back on the trail that parallels 680, and I just noticed that off in the distance there's a sign about the anti-shake. Only goes so far. A sign about toll, fast track toll. So it looks like drivers around here are going to get another toll lane going, I suppose, southbound on 680, which, you know, for morning traffic, that's pretty cool. I would welcome that, because there are times where I would just want to pay and not deal with the heavy traffic of the morning commute. So I'm all for it, you know. I mean, I know it's like, well, then only rich people. Well, yeah, but they're also paying more in their taxes and registration fees. I mean, they're paying more. So it's like you can say, well, yeah, but homeless people don't benefit. But you don't have, it's like, I can't argue with everything, especially myself. Anyway, so that's cool. I'm glad they're doing that, even though I don't live here to enjoy it. Once in a while, it may benefit me if I'm going to a show or something like that. And I'm entering the land of Teslas. This area is really big in Teslas. I don't know why. Lot of parking there, and white Teslas. 1, 2, all right, 2. So if you're going to go to Costco, skip the Livermore one for sure, and come here and just go around, I don't know, 2 in the afternoon or something. And the parking, I mean, if the parking's better, then inside it's not going to be as crazy. See how that works? Yeah, and there's another Tesla. I should count the Teslas. I'm often tempted to. All right. Wow, the phone did not stop my music, so be curious how that sounds. Anyway, this is the water park, I call it. I don't think that's the official name, and there hasn't been water here in years. But it's a nice little park in Pleasanton. One I only discovered a couple years ago when I started, right before I left Pleasanton. Sadly enough, it would have been so nice to be here when the days of water. Yeah, several fields out here. That one looks very dry. This one's watered. But it's a nice park. You know, a little playground up there for the kids or adults that like to go on playgrounds. Nice little break, restroom, water fountain. But for me, it's timed. Even though I want to send up the drone, I already, as I say, have that shot. I know exactly how it would look. So there's really no point in getting the same footage again. Save the power for something else. I see some steps. See where the steps lead. I found a swing. So I will take a minute, literally probably just 1 minute, and swing in the sunlight, and then head back on the road. Even for 82, it feels very warm today, so not complaining. There's a slide. I won't go down the slide. Not this time. Not like this. So there's actually a sign about the water being off. It says we're going to keep the water off for now. Yeah, I mean, I would say forever, and might as well just take it all out. But who knows? Maybe the climate will change, and all of a sudden it'll start like raining so much that we just have way too much water, nowhere to store it, and the water park will come back to life. And I never actually got to. It's like they're preserving the. Trying to get. I think the cracks are not intentional, but yeah, this would have been so cool. So I hope it does come back. There's the bench where I would sit and covertly drink my tall beer when I came out here. Especially like on the days where I'd come out here before in my carpool. Figured, I'll just enjoy a beer, relax. But that's on hold right now. No more beer for the moment. Time to leave the park. It was a very short visit, but if you live in here, Pleasanton, start over. time to leave the sports park. No, this, let's start over again. I'm about to leave the Pleasanton Water Park. That's what I call it. And if you get a chance and live out here, it's a beautiful park. You can dry in the summer, of course, but you can see the garden, the community gardens going on down there. Those are kind of cool to see all the vegetables. And playgrounds, water fountain, restroom. So it has everything, and some benches if you brought beer. So a lot of cool stuff, and some shade, which is very appreciated because those acorn trees, I think they're acorn. I want to be going back in the sunlight. All right, 3 miles. I have been doing some running, not a lot, but some. Trying to work it so I like run half a mile, jog half a mile, alternate, things like that. It's a little after 2, I guess. I thought it was like 3 or 4, much later, because when I was back there, the traffic coming in from 580 East from Oakland, Castro Valley was really bad. And I thought, oh, it must be getting close to Friday rush hour. Well, it's just a reminder, Friday rush hour starts around, I don't know, 12? It's insane. Just, I don't miss that at all. But the other freeway there, that one's going better. Man, I hope you can hear. I forgot I'm not wearing a mic. Okay, well, I'm not out of water yet, but this is really going to help if this is running. Let's see, 3, 2, 1. Cool. I bet it's warm. No, the water's cool too. Double cool. Double cool. I just realized that moving the camera doesn't automatically turn it off. I've reached one of my favorite spots I used to sit at when running. This is a little bench, water fountain, and lots of shade. I guess that's one reason I was here. This is right off of the 680 trail here. And yeah, I used to come here and have a snack, drink some water, fill up my water bottle, but also that's where I would eat a power bar when I used to buy power bars. They were kind of cool for running, not terribly healthy, I know, there's issues with them. But it was a nice snack, a nice thing. I wish I remembered all the brands. There's this one that was coated with like white chocolate. Yeah, it's more of a candy bar than an energy bar, but I would sit here and just enjoy the power bars. That was a fun part of the running. Good memories of that. Today, I did bring some candy. We have a little bag of mixed candy. What do they have? Gummy, like hot gummies, and cherry sours, and Mike and Ike. So not too much. So once these are gone, no more snacks on this run. I didn't bring a lot, but yeah, got water and snacks. That's all I need. That's all I need. And it's about 2:30, and I'm looking forward to, I don't know, 3 more hours of this. So stay tuned. Sometimes I do think it's best to do videos as opposed to writing. Not normally, but in some cases where the tone kind of does matter, because my tone is pretty light, and this isn't something that just drives me crazy or I obsess about, but I do see it sometimes, and I watch people like post things, and someone else will say, oh man, you're posting too much, which I think it's not so much you're posting too much, you're posting things that I don't agree with politically, so I don't want you posting anything. It's like, well, you're only allowed 1 or 2 posts on that. You can't have an opinion bigger than that, or you're not allowed to. I don't know, to me it just seems like, why does it matter to you? Because a friend had posted something and someone else just said, you're posting like 30 times a day. It's like, no, it's 9 o'clock at night. Well, you're doing it all day long. Like, why? And to me, it's just like, for me, I just delete those comments. And if it's a problem repeatedly, I just delete the person and not worry about it. That's why I do most of my, if it's political, I do it on my own page just because I have control. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny, but it's like, why? Because either a couple of things. Either one, that person, just truly believes that people shouldn't post a lot, and it's like, well, why did that's on that person. Like, why do you care? Or they don't believe that at all, and they're just upset someone's posting something that has an opinion that's politically, or it could be anything. Like, I think the Giants are a better team. It could be anything. But for me, it's like, why do you care? So, but it is important to remind yourself and even other people, like, yeah, those people, their opinion's the one that really doesn't matter. Because for me, I don't let other people dictate those rules or decide how much I can do. Some days I might feel like it all the time. Other days, not at all. That's rare. But yeah, it's sort of like, if it bothers you, I can help fix the problem just by having you not see any of the stuff I post, and I think that's a good solution. All right, maybe that tone's a little stern, but that's it for now. Cheers. I remember years ago when I first started running out on these trails, they had these plastic tarps that would kind of go over the sides of the creek, I guess, to fix erosion issues. And what's funny is they seem like they're in the exact same place, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So it kind of seems like, I don't know, maybe what they're doing doesn't actually work. Again, I don't know. It's just funny that we might need another solution. I mean, it would be a lot of cement to pave this thing, but I would think you got to keep it. You can't get rid of it, so something should long-term. They need a better long-term solution, I think. But who knows? Maybe the spots aren't exactly the same, and it did work. Hard to tell. And I would hate for them, I guess, not us anymore. But I'd hate to lose the creek, the nature. There's birds and, well, ducks are like a lot of fowl and birds, fish, catfish I've seen, and also I've seen otters, little river otters. So I would hate to lose that. It would be a shame, but I guess you can't have the sides eroding away either. There it is. Just a little more to go. It's my fountain, and there's the park. I'm back at my bench. This is my bench. I bought it. Yeah, it has my name on it. But I used to come here for breaks. Well, I guess I still do, you know? Still coming here for breaks on my run. Water fountains nearby. That's one of the reasons I like to stop here. And this part of the trail, if you're going to be running on the Arroyo, seems like that's how you say it, Arroyo Mocho Trail, you can come on this side for a while and enjoy the shade. Enjoy the shade. Stay for the water. Anyway, I guess it's about time to get going again. It says 83, but it feels really a lot hotter. Although, again, I am in the sun most of the time. Sunscreen hopefully is holding out. I think it is. Water's okay, but like I said, there's places to refill. And in a couple hours, I guess, we can head back to the hotel and take a shower. That's it for now. Cheers. Okay, my old, faithful, reliable water fountain over the years has no water. This is odd. This one's always had water, aside from COVID. Oh, man. Well, I have a little left in my bottle, but I was really counting on a nice water break here. Not anymore. I returned to the Pleasanton Sports Park, and it's as nice as ever. This is, of course, a summer day. I've had quite a few seasons here, except for winter. It's never really winter here, just more rain, like fall 2.0, I guess. It's mostly empty, a few people here and there, but nobody's really exercising on it, except me in a few minutes. But again, no reason for the drone, because I know what the shot would look like, and I already have it. So I'll skip that. And it's about 82 still, so weather's pretty nice. My knees, legs are holding out okay. I just wish I didn't have the pack, so I don't think I'll bring the drone tomorrow on the Iron Horse Trail. I think we're gonna forego that. That fence was finally repaired. It had been falling down for, I would say, over a decade, and propped up with like different things, but nice to see it repaired. There's actually a lot of fences in pretty good shape, or fairly new, I'd say. They're using the overlapping board technique, which is pretty good because as the wood shrinks over time, that's what it does, it won't leave gaps for a lot longer. So you've got that extra space, depending on how much overlapping was done. You don't want to do too overlapping or you lose money. There's a little bit of a gap starting there. But it's one way to do it. I'm just interesting that nobody wants to use the synthetic, even though I guess it doesn't look as nice because it's white and everything else is wood. But it lasts. It just, it's a forever material instead of every 10, 15 years having to replace it, because these fences aren't cheap and the wood just gets more and more expensive. So I would think spend once and be done. That being said, there might be restrictions on what you're allowed to do out here. And maybe you can't have a synthetic white fence when everyone else has wood. So I don't know. Not my problem. Hey, there's my old heat stroke bench. Well, one of the heat strokes. I guess there were two, but that one was funny. That one was only, I think it was only about 110 maybe, or was that the 105? That might have been 105. Yeah, the 110, that one, I don't know, maybe it wasn't even either of those. I actually had a lot of runs in the 100 to 112 degree where I was perfectly fine. It's just those ones, I think I was just out a little too long in the hot weather and kind of did me in. Not permanently, obviously, but it was not good. But I'll remember the bench because I had to lie there for a while without moving because I was in pain. I like this spot because this part of the run, it really becomes quite awesome in fall. All the leaves have fallen, and very colorful. Plus with the rain, reflections, if you get the golden hour, really scenic spot of the park here. But today it's just going to be no water, warm, and the leaves are still on the tree, so nothing yet. A few stragglers and not many squirrels, but I did see some crows. I want to see if the place where I tripped really badly years ago is fixed, because it was really bad. I think it is. I don't see anything that you could realistically trip on anymore. And I'm pretty sure this is the space, so tiny bit. I think it was worse, so I don't know. Yeah, better. Not perfect, but pretty good. Well, now you can really see with the lighting, the erosion that's taken place. Man, that's pretty bad. I wonder if they could ever just go straight down, make a wall straight down. I guess that you definitely would have to pave it. Oh well. Not one, but two cyber trucks, maybe the same family or something. I don't even want to know. There's a Tesla. So if I did want to watch cars for about a minute, how many Teslas would I see? It's not a Tesla. It's not a Tesla. That is a Tesla. We already saw one in the beginning. That is not a Tesla. That is not a Tesla. Tesla's parked in the parking lot here. Never count. It's got to be driving by. That is a Tesla. Okay, so I don't know, 50% so far. Not a Tesla. There's also not a lot of cars this time of day, I guess. People are done with their business. I think earlier in the day, there were a lot more Teslas. There's just no cars at all. Can't do the freeway because it's too crazy. Not a Tesla. I almost missed it, but there is a Tesla. And not a Tesla. We're still 50% not a Tesla. I think we're under 50%. And the traffic is loud. I got my earplugs on, but okay, almost done. Not a Tesla. Killing my percentages, guys. Not a Tesla. White. This one. It's not working. That's not a Tesla. Well, now I need like 3 or 4 Teslas to even things out.